Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Mukhtar Kasim. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. We begin from the State House, where President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Tunji Disu as the 23rd Inspector General of Police at the State House in Abuja. The swearing-in took place before the Federal Executive Council meeting and was witnessed by top government officials and family members of the appointees. Tinubu also administered the oath of office to new commissioners for the Revenue, Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Commission and the Federal Civil Service Commission. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Rilwan Disu, has inaugurated a committee on state policing, describing it as a bold step to strengthen Nigeria's security architecture. Kikelomo Kere has the details.
Community policing takes center stage as the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, set a new tone for modern policing in Nigeria. He says the move signals a shift towards community-based policing aimed at bringing law enforcement closer to the people and improving response to local security challenges. Inaugurating the committee in Abuja, the IGP stressed the need for innovative reform to tackle evolving security threats.
Policing holds significant potential benefits for our country. By bringing law enforcement closer to the communities, state police institutions can deepen local knowledge of security dynamics and enable quicker and more targeted response to emerging threats.
The Inspector General tasked the committee to develop a workable framework for state policing without undermining national security. He says the committee is also expected to address recruitment, training standards, funding, and accountability mechanism to ensure professionalism and public trust. The police boss assures that the Nigerian police force will retain its constitutional role while focusing on complex crimes such as terrorism, cybercrime, and organized criminal networks.
This committee on state police we are inaugurating today has a critical responsibility. Your work will help shape the framework through which state policing may operate in Nigeria in a manner that strengthens rather than fragments our national security system.
The state policing, if properly implemented, will enhance local intelligence, improve rapid response, as well as strengthen security at the grassroots. Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
President Bola Tinubu has directed the immediate release of approved funds to maintain Nigeria's space asset as part of implementation of the revised 25-year National Space Policy Roadmap. The approval was given at the first National Space Council meeting at the Presidential Villa Abuja, where the cost of implementation of the roadmap will be forwarded to the Federal Executive Council for consideration. Officials say the move is aimed at strengthening satellite operation, regulation and spectrum management while positioning space technology to support security, agriculture, disaster monitoring and the digital economy. Away from the presidency, Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned the terrorism trial of former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and his son to March 10 after the prosecution said the case file had been transferred to the Department of State Services prosecution and requested time to study it. The defendants face charges linked to alleged terrorism financing and illegal possession of firearms, and both have pleaded not guilty to all counts. The court fixed the new date for commencement of trial, with the defense urging the matter to be struck out if prosecution fails to open its case on the next adjourned date. The Nigerian Army has called on commanding officers across its formation to take greater responsibility for combat readiness through professionalism and discipline. This was contained in a statement posted on the official page of the Nigerian Army following the first Commanding Officers Workshop 2026 held on March 3 at the Army Base College, Nigeria, W. Basi Barracks in Abuja. Addressing soldiers at the workshop, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Y.D. Shuaib, represented by Major General Olusegun Abbey, said the tactical leadership at the unit level must be driven by sound judgment and government results. And now to Taraba State, and now to politics, where governors of Taraba and Benue State have ramped up efforts to curb lingering border insecurity in their respective states. The governors, Agbo Kefas and Hyacinth Alia, convened a high-level security meeting in Wukari with top officials, security chiefs and traditional rulers from both states. Global TV correspondent Felicity Nderi reports.
Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia on arrival in Wukari visited the paramount ruler of the Jukun Kingdom, the Aku Uka, Ishaku Ada Ali. He explained that the Benue State Executive Council, heads of security agencies and traditional rulers are in Wukari to chart a practical course towards ending the recurring violence affecting communities in both states. Governor Alia commended the Akuka's role in promoting peace, stressing that stronger collaboration, intelligence sharing, and joint strategies between Taraba and Benue are essential to restoring lasting security.
Both have state challenges on insecurities. Our coming here is to enable us to create this collaboration, to see the possible framework we can put in place for the betterment of our people.
This Taraba State Governor, Agbo Kefas, described the engagement as a strong show of political will and shared responsibility towards ending insecurity, announcing the formation of a joint committee to implement resolutions reached at the meeting.
We are making progress. In this meeting, there is sincerity of purpose, there is commitment, there is unity to fight evil. So I want to assure you that the best will come out and there will be peace in these two states.
The Akuka of Wukari and Chief James Ayate emphasized the historical ties between the people of Benue and Taraba.
This is clearly an indication from the two sides for us to work towards a peaceful path in living together.
We want peace, and we have been trying to see that peace prevail, we coexist.
After the palace visit, the governors moved to Abako and Chachanji, where they met with internally displaced persons who shared their experience.
It's very bad to experience such things because always we have been running up and down because of herdsmen in this community. In fact, it's very terrible.
The joint engagement underscores renewed commitment by Agbo Kefas and Hyacinth Alia to deepen cross-border security cooperation and restore lasting peace to affected communities in southern Taraba and adjoining parts of Benue State. In Taraba, Felicity Nderi reporting for Global Television News.
Meanwhile, Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to delivering lasting, people-focused projects that will drive development across the state with continued backing from the federal government. He made this known during the State Congress of the All Progressive Congress APC. Again, Felicity Nderi reports.
At the Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida IBB Square in Makudi, delegates and major stakeholders of the ruling All Progressive Congress assembled for the State Congress to elect new party officials. Governor Hyacinth Alia was present, leading other key stakeholders in the proceedings.
And after they do their job, if you're not satisfied with what is done here, there is a window for you to approach the Congress Appeal Committee, and the chairman is Mustafa Lawal Malumfashi, PhD.
A representative of the National Working Committee of the All Progressive Congress, serving as chairman of the State Congress Committee, addressed the delegates.
I urge all aspirants and delegates to show sportsmanship. The party interest must always come first.
Governor Hyacinth Alia hailed the Congress as peaceful and urged the new executive to serve diligently, pledging continued good governance for Benue.
Let us continue to show the truth of who we are, what we do as a party to bring progress and development and to prepare our future for our great state.
Benjamin Omale, the new All Progressive Congress state chairman, in his acceptance speech, pledged a peaceful and inclusive leadership.
To move our party forward, we shall strengthen the grassroots mobilization across all the wards, promote reconciliation and bring everybody on board, encourage youth and women participation in leadership, build strong partnership in business community to support development initiatives.
The Congress concluded successfully, with party leaders and delegates expressing optimism that the newly elected 4-year executive of the APC will strengthen party unity and drive development across Benue State. At the IBB Square in Makudi, Felicity Ndera, reporting for Global Television News.
In a related development, the All Progressive Congress APC in Kano State last night held its Congress to elect party officials. The event, which took place at the indoor hall of the Sani Abacha Stadium, witnessed large turnout of party faithfuls amidst tight security. Here is Sadia Yakubu's report.
The Congress was marked by the affirmation of party executives and renewed pledges of loyalty to the party's leadership at both the state and national levels. Delegates, women and youth groups, as well as serving and former public office holders were present at the event. In his address, the Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf commended the party's membership for their steadfastness and commitment to the ideals of the party, describing the Congress as a demonstration of internal democracy and party cohesion. The governor said the peaceful conduct of the exercise reflected the maturity of the party in Kano State. He urged newly elected and returning executives to work inclusively and reiterated his administration's commitment to infrastructural development, education reform, healthcare improvement and youth empowerment. He said the party's performance in government would remain its strongest campaign tool ahead of 2027. Also speaking at the event, Deputy Senate President Barau Jibril lauded the Kano APC for conducting what he described as a credible and orderly Congress. He emphasized the importance of unity within the party, particularly as the nation moves closer to another general election cycle. Jibril called on party leaders to avoid actions that could lead to division, stressing that internal disputes should be resolved through dialogue and established party mechanisms. He assured members that the leadership of the National Assembly would continue to support policies and legislation aimed at improving the welfare of Nigerians. Party officials confirmed that the exercise was conducted in line with the APC's constitution and guidelines. Observers described the Congress as largely peaceful, with delegates expressing optimism that the outcome could strengthen the party's grassroots structures across the state. The event ended with the vote of confidence in the party's leadership at the state and national levels, as chants of solidarity echoed across the venue. Sadia Yakubu for Global Television News.
Still on Party Congress, Niger State Governor Muhammad Umar Bago has described the All Progressive Congress APC as a formidable party in the state, in particular, and Nigeria in general. He stated this at the State APC Congress at the Hawa Wali Multipurpose Hall, Government House, Mina. Global TV correspondent Sadia Yakubu has details.
Umar Bago said the APC in the state was able to conduct free and rancor-free congresses from ward, local government and state levels, which is a clear demonstration of the unity that exists in the party. He noted that the new party officials reflect people's choices across the 25 local government areas of the state. The governor appreciated the Congress committee for overseeing a seamless exercise while calling on dismantling voices to embrace dialogue as doors are open for such. The Vice Chairman of the North Central Zone of the APC, Muazu Bawari Joe, described the ward, local government and state congresses held in the state as a success. He added that the new officials were carefully selected through a free and fair consensus as approved by the national body of the party. Senator representing Niger East Senatorial District, Muhammad Sani Musa, and Senator representing Niger North Central Senatorial District, Abubakar Sani Bello, hailed the governor for managing the affairs of the party diligently. They said that the successful affirmation of the new APC state executives is an indication that the new Niger agenda is working and that the APC party will continue to bond together to ensure good governance. Sadia Yakubu, reporting for Global Television News.
Talking health now, the World Obesity Day is observed on the 4th of March every year to raise awareness about obesity as a chronic disease and encourage solutions that go beyond individual responsibility. Our correspondent Zara Unasir takes a look at the significance of the day and files in this report.
According to the World Obesity Atlas 2026, around 180 million children aged 5 to 19 were living with obesity in 2025, and the number could rise to about 227 million by 2040 if stronger action is not taken. Health experts note that obesity significantly increases the risk of conditions such as type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and certain cancers. Children with obesity are more likely to remain obese in adulthood, which increases their risk of long-term health complications. A consultant with Abuja Clinics, Dr. Ojuku Obonna, speaks on the causes of obesity.
His lifestyle is a part of it, what we call energy imbalance, inactivity, sedentary lifestyle. Then there are some genetic predisposition. Some people have some genetic things that have inherited that predisposes them to obesity.
Dr. Obonna also mentioned the preventive measures, which include exercises, medical checkups, and avoidance of fast foods, among others.
Preventive methods includes things that you need to do to prevent that energy imbalance, prevent sedentary lifestyle, then modify some of those genetic predispositions. For example, you need to be active. You need to exercise. Some people are encouraged that you do up to 150 to 300 minutes of exercise per week. Then you sleep well, what we call sleep hygiene. An adult should have up to 7 to 8 hours of sleep in the night per day. Then in terms of food, avoid high carbohydrate diets, especially refined, highly processed food, fast food, just to make it clearer. Then avoid drinks that have a lot of sugar in it.
The theme of the 2026 World Obesity Day is 8 billion reasons to act on obesity. Every person, every community, and every system has a role to play in building a healthier future. Zahra Unasir, reporting for Global TV.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Cycle. News Cycle continues after this weather forecast plus business, foreign, and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
It's good to have you with us on the weather forecast. We're starting off from the southern region of the country where an increased influx of moisture is expected to trigger cloud buildup. This means thunderstorms are likely in parts of Kwara, Oyo, Ogun, and Lagos states. And as the day progresses, most parts of the southwest and the stretch of the coast will experience thunderstorms. Elsewhere in the south, conditions will be mostly partly cloudy in a hazy atmosphere. As we go up north, visibility continues to improve across the north central and some parts of the northern states, although parts of Katsina, Kano, Jigawa, and Kebbi states are likely to experience moderate dust haze with visibility in the range of 2 to 5 kilometers. If you're in this region, please take necessary precaution. It's going to be quite warm across the north central, where temperatures are peaking at 39 degrees Celsius in the Federal Capital Territory and Makurdi in Benue State. So as always, please remain well hydrated and take necessary precaution. That's the forecast for Thursday. I am Theodora Itzum. Thank you for watching.
In business, the Nigerian Economic Summit Group says Nigeria's business confidence index has climbed to a record 117.2 points in February 2026, up from 105.8 in January. The report says the growth was broad-based, led by non-manufacturing and manufacturing, with services, trade and agriculture also returning to expansion. And despite the improved outlook, businesses still flagged key constraints including infrastructure, insecurity, high operating costs, and limited access to affordable credit. And now to Newsweek round on the foreign scene. Countries of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, are finalizing plans to create a regional force to confront terrorists and widening insecurity across West Africa. The proposed phase target about 2,000 troops expected to remain based in their home countries, with Sierra Leone serving as logistic hub. Funding and operational details are still being worked out, while officials say cooperation with Sahel states outside ECOWAS remains important. Still on the international scene, United States Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says an American submarine sank an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean using a torpedo as conflict with Iran escalates. Officials also warned that the United States could strike deeper into Iranian territory, while regional states reported new attacks and heightened security alerts. Separately, Sri Lankan authorities reported dozens missing after an Iranian vessel went down off its coast as multiple fronts of the crisis disrupt the region. Now to sports. Nigeria's Super Falcons beat Cameroon 3-1 in Yaoundé in the second phase of their pre-WAFCON friendly matches, bouncing back after losing the first game 1-0. Chiwendu Ihezuo equalized before halftime. Rinsola Babajide put Nigeria ahead, and Michel Alozie added a third in the second half. The result puts Nigeria's preparation for the WAFCON in Morocco, where the top 4 teams are set to qualify for next year's Women's World Cup. Finally, sports manufacturers Adidas has unveiled the new South Africa football kits for the 2026-2027 season ahead of the FIFA World Cup and Women's African Cup of Nations, keeping with the standard yellow and green. And despite losing 3 points for fielding an ineligible player during the qualifying series, South Africa booked their place at the World Cup to be played in the United States, Canada and Mexico ahead of Nigeria. Adidas signed as the new Bafana and Bayana kit supplier in late 2025, taking over from a French manufacturer. That's it on News Cycle. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms, now showing on your screen, using at Global TV NG. I am Mukhtar Kasim, saying a very big thank you for watching.